Hey guys, welcome back to We Watched a Movie. I am Mike, and the hits just keep on coming, Deborah. It's been a great week for movie news, and tonight is Friday the 13th, and Jay and I will be in the same room live at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. We're going to watch Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter, what some say is the best Friday the 13th film. So come watch shaved head Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins smack Jason Voorhees in the face with a machete with us. It's going to be a blast, and the movie's streaming on Paramount+. If not, get your copy of it ready. We'll watch it together. It'll be a great time. And come celebrate Friday the 13th with us. Even if you're not going to watch the movie, hang out. We'll still be hanging out and talking and, doing our usual BSing around. So make sure you subscribe, have the bell click so you know when that happens, and get all your movie news from us. So I know what you did last summer. We did an update the other day, and we talked about how spicy the tea leaves felt. I hate it. I don't say tea. I don't know why I tried to say that. I'm not the age appropriate of people who say whatever. Holy fuck, there goes my coffee. That was fun. Shit. Anyway, it sounds like there's some Mean Girl shit going on between these two, and I won't get completely into it because it's in that other video. I'll put it at the end of this one if you want a preface to what's going on, but stuff seems weird. Sarah Michelle Gellar's best friend is directing the movie, her husband Freddie Prinze Jr. is in the movie, and Jennifer Love Hewitt is supposed to come back as Julie James, but hasn't even finished the deal yet up until today. Hadn't even finished her deal yet, and there was just certain things being said about each other. She called their relationship adorable, but in the kind of way that it's like, I want you to jump off a fucking roof, bitch, kind of way. So, which actually kind of happened to her in Scream 2. But that's neither here nor there. It feels weird. So, moving on from that, today, this morning, I saw this video clip posted by TV Tweets here, and oh my God. Talk about adding fuel to the fire. Watch Sarah Michelle Gellar's reaction when this interviewer asks her about Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt said that she's possibly returning.
I mean, the light left her fucking face the second she mentioned Jennifer Love Hewitt. That was crazy. I mean, just look at her face the second she hears her name.
Can't tell if that's how.
I have nothing to do with that.
And
it's not. There's some shit. There's definitely some shit. I don't know. Maybe there's not. Maybe I'm an asshole. But fucking watch that video and read between the lines.
Turning.
But the news about today that has come out is that Jennifer Love Hewitt is officially back in the movie. She's officially back on. That's great news. They worked out whatever they had to work out. And who knows if she'll have a bigger role or if there was more money in place of it, or who knows what happened. The good news is they got it sorted. It seemed like they were close. Now it's official. She posted this on Instagram today, looking fucking hot. Good for you, Jennifer Love Hewitt. And with that, I know what she did last summer is all over the place, and says, "It's never too late to go back. Julie James is returning. I know what you will be doing next summer." And the release date for the movie is officially, hopefully it'll stay that way, it's going to be July of 2025. Moving on to the Scream news. This is hilarious for people who are in the live streams constantly with us and watch this happen. The other Ghostbusters girl, Celeste, I can't remember her exact name, but the other girl from Ghostbusters that was recently cast in Scream 7, that casting happened while we were live. Somebody told us about it. And I thought initially, as soon as they said, hey, the Ghostbusters Afterlife girl's been cast in the new Scream 7. And I was like, no, God, McKenna Grace. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And more on that later. We figured out it was the other girl, which was like, oh, okay, cool. Last night, they officially announced that McKenna Grace has also been cast in Scream 7. They have no explanation of who she's going to play. We already know Isabel May is supposedly going to be playing her teenage daughter in the film, so we don't know who McKenna Grace is going to play in the movie. But let me just say, I went back and I did some looking around. And the only reason I didn't want McKenna Grace to be in this film before was because I'm picturing specifically Ghostbusters McKenna Grace. I'm picturing the girl who was whining about not being able to ghost bust as a teenager with her family the entire movie and doing all the dumb stuff that character did. I know it's not the same person doing it, but the hair and the very childlike, and I'm just like, man, I just don't want this I'll just be honest with you. I don't want this Stranger Things Finn Wolfhard feeling Scream movie. Like, look at the original Scream. I mean, I don't know how old exactly Matthew Lillard and everyone was when they were filming this, but these kids, I get that they believably sat around outside next to a fountain of a high school and that they're high school kids, but I mean, if you look at it, I mean, they also could fucking totally pass for like 33 years old. And it's just one of those things. It feels too kiddie to me, and does that make sense to you guys at all? Like, I didn't want it to go back to like this middle school-ish Stranger Things kind of thing. Stranger Things is great. I don't want everything to feel like that. So anyways, that's what I was thinking. And then I went back and I looked at today after this casting some of the other stuff she's done, and I gotta say I was completely and utterly wrong. Same way I was wrong about Willa Fitzgerald after watching her in the Scream TV series. Go watch her in Strange Darling and you're like, oh fuck, she can act. She's actually fantastic. And again, from TV Tweets as well, thank you very much for adding to this video today. Showed this video from her in a TV show that she was in, and just watch.
Rest here. Don't fucking touch me! No!
So that is your Scream 7 news. How do you guys feel about McKenna Grace being in the movie? How do you feel about what you're hearing so far? Good time Danny's. Now, a Return of the Living Dead trailer came out today, and I want to talk about this because, I mean, the trailer looks awesome. It's just a teaser, right? It's just a teaser. The franchise hasn't had a sequel in nearly 20 years. It's going to be called Return of the Living Dead again. It's based in 1985, and it takes place after the events of the original film. If you remember, they nuked that town in the original film at the end of it, but they massively hinted that that's just going to make things way worse. And they're in another town in this film, and it has again. But in the trailer that they showed, it's beautiful. It looks great. The sound sounds great. It's a very short clip, and it's just Tarman from the original, who you can barely see, who's kept mostly in shadow, dragging a Christmas tree with lights on it for the first half of it through a cemetery. And it's just gorgeous. And it's got so much vibe to it. And the snow going everywhere. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And when you hear Return of the Living Dead's coming back, the first thing you think is, okay, is it going to be another direct-to-video $5 and a fucking Triscuit cracker budget? And then you see this and you're like, oh me, and you get excited about it. But then I gotta say, you read some great things in this article from Bloody Disgusting about it. You really do. You read about how they're bringing in Tony Gardner, who worked on Zombieland and Hocus Pocus and the Chucky franchise, and all these things they're saying about it, and they're gonna modernize Tarman but keep him looking awesome the way he was. It all sounds great. They're using widescreen anamorphic lenses. It all sounds great. But I gotta be honest with you, when you see who's directing it and then you take a dive in that station, it really sucks the juices out of the room. Now, anybody can have... James Cameron directed a Piranha sequel, okay? David Fincher directed Alien 3. Some people don't like that. Some people do like that film. I don't. But these things happen. So, to be fair to Steve Walsh, I hope that he sticks it right in my mouth. That's fucking not what I meant to say. I hope he sticks it to all of us and shows that he's awesome. But just as of now, it really sucks the air out of room to see what he's directed before, including a movie called Muck, which currently has a 2.7 on IMDb, I believe, and a movie called Kill Her Goats, which I haven't seen either of these films, to be fair, but I've read about them and their ratings for them, and apparently they're absolutely awful. So I just wonder, with all this it has going for us, why that's where we're going. But I hope that I'm wrong. But that's where that one stands, and it's coming to us Christmas of 2025. So I'm really excited about this, and hopefully it can deliver. You never know with these franchises, you know, because like it's either going to be this fucking surprise, amazing new zombie film, or it's going to be like, oh. Also, last bit of news. This one's it's not horror, but we're 90s kids, right? I mean, a lot of people following this channel are 90s kids at least. Malcolm in the Middle's coming back to Disney Plus, and that's just fucking exciting because they're bringing back Frankie Muniz, and they're bringing back Jane, and they're bringing back Bryan fucking Cranston. So let's go. I think the world needs more Malcolm in the Middle. I'm pumped about it. It's coming back to Disney Plus for just a 4-episode run. But I think in this day and age, that show could take the fuck off. And who knows what will happen if it does. I think it'd be amazing. I think we all need some more of that up in us. So let me know what you guys think about all this news today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tonight. Come fucking hang out. If you never tried a live stream, you got to be there. And you got to be there live. You know, it's like WCW Nitro. Because it was fucking live. You know what I mean? Anything could happen. Anything could happen to you. It could happen to you. Nicolas Cage could buy you a lottery ticket. I'm gonna fucking go. I've had too much of this juice up in my body. I like to get your juices up in my body. Ew, God, what is wrong with me? Fucking pervert. What are you gonna do on October 31st?
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, goddamn.
God damn!
I said, God damn.
A lot of people don't know the darkness that goes inside their hearts.
I said, God